What's up, everybody? Good morning. It is Rick Kamla. It is Hall of Famer Steve Alexander. We are here with the recap of last night's late night goodies. It was a thick Tuesday night, went deep into the night. There were 2 or 3 late games, but we're here to break them all down. It is Cam, it is Doc, and we got the goodies for you. Before we dive in, I want to tell you about Bet Online. They are our fantastic sponsor. They are along for the ride with us. And Bet Online is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for betting on all the madness. We're heading into the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 weekend. Monetize it. Whether you're a seasoned fan or a first-time bettor, Bet Online is your ultimate game day companion with the largest selection of odds on everything from college basketball to a $200,000 bracket contest. Bet Online continues to be your number one sports betting source. From every Cinderella story to every hat trick, Bet Online has you covered with odds, stats, and more for every game, every play, and every win. Bet Online, the game starts here. Doc, who is your Magic Man from Tuesday night?
Dude, can I just give a shout out to baseball and tell you how excited I am for opening day to get here tomorrow? I wish it was today. I wish we were doing these shows, shutting it down and turning on TV and watching baseball all day, but we'll do that tomorrow. But as far as basketball goes,
super quick. How many baseball leagues you in?
3.
You're in 3. I am in 10. I am in 10.
So you have 300 baseball players under your management.
Yeah, something like that. At least 250. Yeah. That is correct. But the streamlined offense heavy approach, it makes it easy because you don't have any management on the offensive side unless guys get hurt, like really hurt, right? Oh, they missed a game. Who cares? You missed a man game that day. But I'm streaming a starting pitcher at that same time. So a lot of management on the pitching side, virtually no management on the offensive side. So I've streamlined it, bro. But let's talk basketball. Who's your Magic Man, dude?
Najee Marshall, who yesterday I think I called the Mavericks' best offensive player, which is really hard to believe. I mean, it's Najee Marshall we're talking about. But dude went off again. He had 38.7 boards, a steal, an assist, a 3. He hit 17 of 25 shots. So that was exciting. Ricky also had 0 turnovers. And I know that you don't care about turnovers, but I'm guessing, I haven't looked it up, but guessing there haven't been many 38-point games where dude had 0 turnovers.
And 17 made field goals. I wrote down like several dudes, and then I'll pivot off of what you do. I wrote down Najee, and the number that really stood out to me, Doc, and you said it, 17 field goals. Dude, 17 field goals is like what Devin Booker does. That's what Kevin Durant does. LeBron doesn't even hit 17 field goals, right? I mean, look at LeBron's game log. I bet you LeBron this year has not hit 17 field goals in a game, okay? That is a super impressive field goal total. Super impressive to me. And it's not like a fantasy thing. It's just, guys, Najee Marshall made 17 baskets last night. Okay, I've said enough. I had him written down too. Doc, I want to go with a guy that helped us make some money last night. I hope you were on Darius Garland, bro. He hit on both the point over and the dime over. 27 points. I think it was 22.5, and it was 7.5, and he got us there with 8. So Darius Garland, baby. And guys, in these non-Donovan Mitchell games, load up on Darius Garland, play the point over, the assist over. You're not going to lose both, probably going to win both. But I hit you with Darius Garland, Doc, as Cleveland got a win at Portland. They won by like 11 points or something. I thought that was an impressive win for the Cavs, and Darius Garland and Evan Mobley were the guys.
Yeah. Good calls. I had both of those, but I had them in a parlay with maybe Charlotte plus the 5.5 or something stupid that ended up not hitting, but whatever. Good call. Darius Garland. I mean, anytime these guys are out, like Jason Tatum's out and Jalen Brunson's out and Jakob Poeltl is out. We're going to talk about all this later, but anytime that the guys are out, man, that's the time to capitalize on beating the odds.
Andre just had the best idea of the year. He said, new rule, Doc, no more parlays for you. I've been trying to tell you, man, why don't you chop these bets up, bro? Why don't you chop them up instead of trying to, go 3 for 1, 4 for 1, 5 for 1? Why don't you just go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 and chop it up?
Because parlays are so fun when you hit them. And they're also very hard to hit.
I love you, bro, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I should probably chop it up. I'm with Andre. In fact, you guys are my new life coaches.
We're just trying to help, man. We're just trying to help because, the prize picks and all these and I'm sure BetOnline does parlays, but there's the sort of the parlay only, things, right? And it's just not good business. It's just not good business. All right. Give me some, let's go back and forth with some must-add players, bro. Who you got?
Well, I've got several guys written down here. Spencer Dinwiddie did not have a monster game, but he did have 13 points, 7 assists, 2 blocks, and 2 threes. Hello. Man, if you roll in with Spencer Dinwiddie right now, I think you're doing pretty well. That's because Dallas has nobody to play. Walker Kessler used up his last game with the team last night. Brandon.
You mean Kessler Edwards?
Kessler Edwards, sorry. I got my Kesslers.
I hate correcting you, but people are probably like, huh?
No, I appreciate that. Kessler Edwards used up his last game. So he's done. Brandon Williams, I think, is 2 away. He's got 2 more games with the Mavericks. Then he's done. And those are G League contract rules. So anyway, Dinwiddie is rolling. Kai Jones, a big man for Dallas, is suddenly relevant in fantasy. He had 9 points, 8 boards, a steal, and a 3. Not a monster line, but I mean, there's a lot of leagues where Kai Jones is available and a lot of players are not. So I think he's at least worth looking at. Staying in Dallas, Jaden Hardy hit 7 of 9 shots, had I can't read my own handwriting. He had 15 points and something else, and then 2 steals and a 3. Jaden Hardy is going to fill in now that Kessler Edwards and Brandon Williams are almost done. And I think Jaden Hardy could be one of those guys that if you're playing next week and the week after could be relevant. He's not a must-add right now, but he could be pretty soon. Khalil Ware has not gone away yet, 14, 10, and a block. I'm just going to say it. Well, Scottie Pippen went off. Anthony Black went off. Ty Jerome went off. We talked about 4 point guards yesterday. Those were 3 of them. They all went off. All of them should be picked up. Campaign, who I decided yesterday I was going to jump on his bandwagon and ride him to the finish line, came through with 2 points and 5 assists in 30 minutes. I'm not laying him to rest, Rick. I still think that until we see Jalen Brunson back on the court, Campaign is a pickup. I think he's going to bounce back in this game. Now, it all depends on if is Miles McBride. If Miles McBride comes back, Campaign is dead to me. But as long as Campaign's starting at point guard for the Knicks, I will continue to roll with him, even though he ruined my day yesterday.
The patience that you have is inspiring. It's like you have you've had these levels and stages of children. And I know that your daughter just had a little baby, and so here y'all go again with a little youngin. You have way more patience than me, bro. I have not been clinically diagnosed with ADD. I don't really think I have it. I just think you've got to kick ass for me right now. Otherwise, you're dead to me, because there's going to be somebody else out there. Okay. It's not like, oh, the waiver wire is so barren right now. The waiver wire bears fruit every day, Doc. Okay. So I don't have to ride. Here's my problem with campaign last night, Doc. And look, I don't totally disagree with you. I'm being funny here, or an attempt at it. But my problem with campaign last night, Doc, he took 3 shots in 30 minutes. What the F is that, bro? I mean, nobody thinks you're going to go out there and ball hog, but get up 8, 9, 10 shots, dude. 3 shots? What is that? And then, bro, I had the assist over on campaign, okay? So here's what I don't understand. You're playing 30 minutes against a crappy Dallas team. You're smoking them. Guys are making shots. Dude, OG Anunoby made 15 shots last night. And you can't hit the assist over? That makes no sense to me. You take 3 shots in 30 minutes, your team is cooking, and yet you can't hit the assist prop over. Am I mad about it? No, it just doesn't make sense to me. His number was 6.5. He'd been over that number in his previous 2 starts, and he had 5 dimes last night. Mystifying, okay? So let me hit on some of these guys. You talked about Kai Jones. You talked about Dinwiddie, so I won't belabor those points. John Morant hates the game. So Scottie Pippen Jr., guys, just get in on it, okay? You might as well go there. Last night he was terrific. 16, 5, and 10, 1 steal, 2 threes in 24 minutes. Memphis beat Utah by 100 points last night. So the minutes were down. Doc, Santi Aldama, to me, he did not click last night. Santi Aldama is a primetime pickup, I believe. With Brandon Clark out for the year, Santi started last night. That's probably going to continue here. Zach Edey came off the bench. And I like Santi Aldama's diverse game in the starting lineup more than Edey with JJJ at the 5. And I don't know. Taylor Jenkins may rock that way for a little while here.
Hey,
but with
Rick,
no Brand, go ahead.
The Triple J, Jaren Jackson got hurt last night too.
Well, that adds to the intrigue here with Aldama. He wasn't great last night. 9, 5, and 3 with 2 threes in 23 minutes. But want to let you guys know about Santi Aldama. Take a close look at him. Ty Jerome is totally Donovan Mitchell specific, so I don't think you need to run out. We were on him yesterday, said Ty Jerome's a terrific streamer. And so maybe now you're like too late, right? And he popped. He had 25 points with 4 threes. So the next game, he's probably going to come back to earth. We fade after games like that. I want to have a brief conversation. Well, you mentioned Khalil Ware. Let me just kind of piggyback. And then I want to talk about the Detroit situation. Doc, Khalil Ware last night, 14 and 10 with a block against Golden State. And don't you guys worry. I will get to Jimmy Butler at some point here. I will. I got a lot to say about that. And we'll get to the Damian Lillard news as well in just a little bit here. Last 6 games, okay, for Khalil Ware. Doc, he's been double figures every game, between 10 and 19 points. He's got 4 double-doubles in the last 6 games, and he's got 13 defensive stats over those 6 games. So it's like 2.1 stocks per game kind of thing. So he's rebounded, Doc. He has he hit a wall, and then now he's sort of, doing his thing. Here's the update on Jaren Jackson.
That's just him talking about Ja.
All right.
Talking about your boy.
Okay, so that is not my boy. Donovan Clingan, Doc. Actually, I said I wanted to talk about the Detroit situation. So let me get into this. All right, so Cade Cunningham missed the game last night. Massive buzzkill for me. I've got him in the Cam Dynasty. And you had, we talked about this yesterday. I thought the previous game was a rest game. Here we go. It's 1+1. I don't know about Cade. I don't know, guys. I hope that we don't hear something more haunting coming out of Detroit, but it is what it is. Doc, last night Sasser went off. 27 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 5 threes off the Detroit bench. Schroeder started and sucked. He had 7 points and 6 assists and nothing else. And Ron Holland did not have a game because he popped, of course, the previous game and then fell back to earth. So what are we doing with Sasser? Do you feel like he's like a hot pickup right now, or is the Cade Cunningham situation too murky? Talk to me.
That's a great question. I hadn't thought about it. I'm out of moves. I'm out of moves in the two leagues I'm alive in. I got nothing left I can do. I guess I could make a move in 30 deep, but
Sasser's on my team.
If Cade,
he's on my dead team. The Kamla Road Kills. That's the name of my team right now.
I know, man. You've got a few guys that I wouldn't mind having on my roster right now. I was actually on Sasser yesterday as well. A few things I think I got right. And he did go off, and Cade is banged up now. And the Pistons are what, 5th in the East, 4th? Like they're in good playoff position. And much like the Celtics and much like these other teams, they're going to want their guys healthy for the playoffs. So it could be bad news for Cade if it's at all serious. So I think Sasser, just based on one game and based on what we saw last night, I think he is a roll the dice, pick him up, and let's see what happens with Cade situation.
I don't know. Let me look at tonight's slate. Detroit does not play tonight. I don't know if I'm picking up Sasser right now, Doc. And again, like you said, we're so crunched on moves in these Yahoo leagues where you only get 4 moves. And so I don't want to pick up Sasser after 2 sassy games on a day where he's not playing. Okay, so then I'm going to miss a man game about it, when I could go pick up somebody that has a man game tonight. And tonight's slate, Wednesday's slate, by the way, is not voluminous. There's like 5 or 6 games. It's a streamer night, okay? Because Doc, Cade Cunningham might come back for Detroit's next game. Okay, so at that point, you've picked up Marcus Sasser, and I'm so excited about him. And then, oh wait, Cade's coming back. Oh, I just burned a pick for a guy that's going to give me 3 points tonight. So hold off, but just keep an eye on it. But I would rather have Sasser than Schroeder right now. Doc, Donovan Clingan, dude, he keeps playing with my emotions, bro. Like a fiddle.
I declared him
a
dead
violin, bro.
2 days ago.
Dude, last night, this is what the fuss is about. 18 and 12, 2 dimes, 3 blocks, a steal, 2 threes in 32 minutes. Bro, DeAndre Ayton can't author up a line like that on his best day. DeAndre Ayton ain't blocking 3 shots on his best day and giving you 2 threes on his best day. But the thing is nobody wants to trade for DeAndre Ayton because he suffers from John Morant syndrome. He hates the game. He loves the cash. He loves the chicks. He hates the game, Doc. He never plays, brah. He ain't getting to work on a snowy day. Well, what do you call him? Snowstorm Ayton?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think DeAndre Ayton would get banged on, but that just happened. He thought he was free from the wreckage.
He's been gone. He just disappeared so quickly and quietly.
Every year. Actually, remember last year he was dominating when nobody was watching, right?
At the end of the season, like Clingan last night, man. Like I can't figure Clingan out because you see this line, you're like, oh man, I got to go get him. Somebody dropped him, but he's on waivers for a reason because he sucks on most nights. He plays 7 minutes and he scores 5 points with 3 rebounds and maybe a block. And like last night is totally what he's capable of. And I think that's why we talked about him all year long. It's like, this dude's really good, but they don't use him. So are they going to turn him loose for the last 8 games of the year? I don't know. I mean, it might be worth finding out at this point after what he did last night, but I fully expect him to fall back to earth. This is a Ricky Props special of after a big game, you bet the under.
Good call on that. I loved your Jaden Hardy call, Doc. I think not right now, but I think he's going to be a guy maybe over the weekend, right? Heading into next week. I think Jaden Hardy's going to percolate and rise to the surface and become a player, because when Jaden Hardy gets minutes, he is a bucket getter, man. Like Cam Whitmore, a guy in Houston. You give him 21 minutes, he's going to fire up 19 points. Jaden Hardy is I wouldn't say point per minute, but you get the point. Like you play him like 24 minutes, you're getting 15 plus points from Jaden Hardy because he gives himself a chance, Doc. He is a super aggressive, ultra green light player out there. All right, Doc, I want to tell the people about sportsethos.com. All of our work, folks, and the work of many brilliant minds is available at sportsethos.com. That's Doc, that's me, that's our baseball guys, our football guys, the other basketball guys, of course, the great era of Brewski. We pride ourselves on being competitive, taking no shortcuts, delivering the best analysis in the game, and we prove that every day. Our drive is simple. We want to be the best, we want to win, and we want you to be the best, and we want you to win. We do it together. And please subscribe to our work at sportsethos.com. It hooks us up and then it hooks you up. And actually, it hooks you up and then hooks us up. Let's juxtapose that. The prices are low. They're as low as they're ever going to be. We have grandfather programs to make your subscription price incredibly cheap. And we're continuing to add more and more value to the platform. So check us out at sportsethos.com, folks. And the MLB draft guide is out there. You may have a draft tonight. You may have a draft tomorrow on opening day. You may have a draft next Tuesday. Check it out. We'll help you out. We'll help you win in fantasy baseball as well. And I'm going to kick Doc's butt and the rest of the Sports Ethos guys in our home league. And I'm looking forward to that. Give me some drops after the action last night, Dr. A.
Your guy who you've been talking about dropping for a while now, Moses Moody. Did you see what he shot from downtown? He was 0 for 9. 0 for 9.
I had Moody's under last night, didn't I?
He had 7 points, 1 rebound, and 2 assists.
Let's go, baby. That's the best bet of the board is the Moody under, bro. He had 11.5 points. It was at 11.5.
So that was kind of exciting for you. And your point is anytime Steph Curry is playing, do not rely on Moody for anything. And I get that. And Steve Kerr said he was going to stick with Moody in the starting lineup the rest of the way, like a month and a half ago. And he's actually done that, despite the fact that Moody is Moody. I mean, sometimes he's on and sometimes he's off. Sometimes he has a bunch of triple singles that are useful in fantasy, and sometimes he doesn't. But the 0 for 9 from downtown last night was brutal on him. And then Jaime Jaquez, Rick, played 4 minutes. 4 minutes. And you said we were going to get into Jimmy Butler. Can we just, while we're talking about Jaime Jaquez doing nothing in 4 minutes, I would just like to throw out there the fact that Jimmy Butler went head-to-head with Andrew Wiggins in a reunion game. Jimmy hates the heat. We should have been on Jimmy to score 50 last night, and Jimmy had 11 points. Jimmy did not do squat. And Andrew Wiggins had a good game, but he didn't hit his over. He didn't do what I was hoping he was going to do. But how can Jimmy Butler play the Heat and not do anything? It looked like the Jimmy Butler from a month and a half ago all over again.
Because he's a fraud. Jimmy Butler is a fake fraud. He's Hollywood, bro. It's all show. Jimmy Butler tricks off another game in Miami. Take 2. Okay. It's all show. It's all Hollywood, bro. It's all, I got to go get my makeup done. Oh, I'm a little bit shiny on my forehead. Dude, it's all that bougie stuff. Did you see when they were doing his workout video, or not his workout video, his video tribute, and he's kind of looking up at it, and he's got some little lackey with Golden State bringing him over his little, I don't even know what chapstick or whatever, where, oh, my lips are a little bit dry because I'm so bougie. I'm Jimmy Butler. Did you see that? I was like, are you kidding me, bro? It's like in between quarters or whatever, whenever they did the video tribute, and he's got some lackey coming over with a little thing so you can, are your lips better now? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Play basketball, dude. I am so out on Jimmy Butler. Dude, do you know how pathetic this is? Jimmy Butler said to one of the reporters coming in, okay, I have nothing to say to Pat Riley, and Pat Riley better not have nothing to say to me. Did you see that? And then you go out there and get outscored by Guy fucking Santos 13-11 in the return to Miami game. Dude, I'm outraged. I want to go to my local congressman. I want to go to City Hall, okay, about this. This is unbelievable, Doc. Unbelievable. You said we should have been on Jimmy Butler for 50. You know why I didn't go to Jimmy Butler? Okay. And I thought maybe, just maybe, he fires the hatred of Pat Riley. So I didn't want to play the under on him, right? But you know why I didn't play the over? Because he's fugazi, bro. He's a fake tough guy. It's all talk. It's no action. Wait until the playoffs, bro. Wait until the playoffs. I'm going to sit back and just let the flowers fall on top of me. Because everybody's, Cam, you were right. You were right. You were right on with Jimmy Butler. Dude, he's the new James Harden. He's the new James Harden. He's fake. He's a fantastic player. Super talented. But like, James Harden's going to melt and fade and choke in the playoffs. We know this. And Jimmy Butler's going to talk tough and then not deliver. And he's going to be the reason why the Golden State Warriors lose in the first round. I can promise, bro. There, rant over.
So it doesn't sound like you're a big believer in the playoff Jimmy theory.
Not anymore. He's gone Hollywood, bro. You know why he went Hollywood? Because the last finals run from Miami, when they beat Milwaukee and they went through the East and they beat Boston and then they went and lost to Denver, right? Jimmy Butler hit the big time after that, okay? He did, because he had made 2 finals runs and everybody loved Jimmy Butler at that time. He's showing up in TV commercials and dude went Hollywood, man. And he checked out of the competitiveness game and he went Gronkowski on the bit. He's like, I'm going to be on TV. I don't need to play all these games. I'm making millions off the court. He went fucking Hollywood, bro.
And he was in that Office Party Christmas movie, and then he showed up with the emo hair style a couple of years ago, and it's just like, all right, that's enough. Yeah, I've been out on Jimmy Butler for a while. I'm just maybe not as passionately as you. That's good stuff, man. That's a good
you can't tough talk Pat Riley and then get outscored by Guy Santos, bro. That can't happen. Guy Santos.
Rick, do you have any drops?
It boils my blood. It's just passion for the game, guys. It's passion for the game. I don't hate Jimmy Butler. He's just driving me crazy right now. It's like that. I wish him well. Hope he has a great, fruitful life. Of course, I know that he will. It's just, this is not how it's supposed to go. Okay. And I got to call out a guy when he's fake and he's fraudulent and frankly pathetic. Daquan Jeffries, so over it. I'm tired of hearing about him on our shows. I've never brought him up. It's like, just Daquan Jeffries, no. If you're in an 80-team league, pick up Daquan Jeffries. If you're even in 30 deep, the guy should be a waiver wire guy. Your guy, Wendell Carter Jr., I'm just not into it. This is one of those deals where Doc is like, dude, she's pretty cute. I'm like, bro, you got beer goggles, man. It's one of those deals. Like, I'm just not with it. Doc, your guy, Harry Barnes, waivers. Last 5 games, 7, 11, 14, 10, 9. 2 defensive stats in the last 5 games. If anybody out there still has Harry B on their team, what is wrong with you? Cut him at once. Doc, I disagree with you on campaign. All right, let me just quickly talk about Karis LeVert. Karis LeVert has 12 points in his last 2 games. If somehow Karis LeVert is still on your team, gotta drop him. He's giving you nothing right now, and he's an injury risk. Here's why I'm dropping campaign, Doc. Here's why I'm dropping campaign. Because I can go get a Jared Butler heading into a tasty Wednesday night matchup against the Washington Wizards. Okay, Jared Butler's back in the starting lineup at 11 a.m. We're going to get into our preview of Wednesday night. So I'm just letting you know, there's so many good options. Isaiah Collier had a good game last night for Memphis. We talk about all these point guards. Scottie Pippen Jr. with Ja Morant absolutely hating the game. You want to talk about a fake tough guy. So I just feel like there's a lot of point guard options on waivers right now, and I don't have to sit through 3 shots in 30 minutes. So I don't know if you're ready to move on to some risers here, or
Let me say this about campaign. Let's say you burned one of your 4 moves to pick him up yesterday, and you rolled him out there, and obviously it did not work out. He only took 3 shots. He played 30 minutes. He scored 2 points or whatever. So now to get Jared Butler or somebody else, you got to burn another move when you've already got campaign playing against the Clippers tonight. If I picked him up in a 4-move league, I'm probably rolling him tonight and then seeing what happens. And if he sucks tonight, he's gone. Even if he doesn't suck tonight, burn him for this game and then cut him and go pick somebody else up. I just think it's hard to cut a guy that's playing tonight on a streamer night if you used a move to get him yesterday. That's all I'm saying. But, I mean, would I rather have Jared Butler? Yes. There's a lot of guys I'd rather have. Would I rather have Gary Trent? Yes. But anyway, if I've got him, I'm probably rolling with him again tonight.
Good points, dude. Really good points. He is Steve Alexander. He's a Hall of Famer. I am Rick Kamla. We are the Fantasy NBA Today here, Sports Ethos, fantasy basketball platform. And we have big news, folks. We're launching brand new fantasy league formats to elevate your experience. Plus, you will get the chance to compete against our experts, guys like me and Doc and Brew. Our pros will be playing right alongside you with the NBA, the NFL, and MLB. Whether you're an advanced player or a beginner, we have cash leagues and free leagues for everybody to join and gain priority access. DM at and M Lemos, that's Lemos, and M Lemos on Twitter, or email support@sportsethos.com. Doc, let's get into some risers after what we saw on Tuesday night. Take me into your list.
Well, my list is short, and you've already dropped both of them in the conversation, albeit not. We didn't talk about one of them very much. But, man, that Donovan Clingan game, I've got him. I didn't have him as an ad. I had him as a riser. All you got to do is look at Donovan Clingan's game line, and you'll see exactly what we're talking about. It's a good game followed up by 3 crap games and then another big game and then more crap. But now we're at the end of the season. It's totally silly season. They may just be ready to be like, all right, let's let the kid rip for the last, 2.5 weeks of the season. So if you got somebody you want to drop and he's sitting there available, maybe you pick him up. Portland does not play on Wednesday night. So I don't know that you want to pick him up right now, but if you don't go get him, somebody else might because of the big game. I don't know. But anyway, Clingan is a riser maybe because the talent is there. It's just whether or not they're going to let him play. And then you mentioned Isaiah Collier. Collier had 21 points, 3 boards, 4 assists, a steal, and 4 triples last night for Utah. And Collier's been hot and cold all year. There were times where we were like, he's must have, must pick up, must own player. And then there's other times where it's like, Collier's kind of fading. But Utah is in the tank fest. Guys are not playing. Veterans are sitting right now. And it could be, Isaiah Collier and Keontae George time again in Utah. So those were my 2 risers.
All right, Doc, I got a few here. Stephon Castle, I love this young fella. They went into it was like, they went into a buzzsaw last night. San Antonio got housed up in Detroit, even without Cade Cunningham. But Stephon Castle was questionable for this game. Doc played 19 points, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 3. Not a great line. But again, we're late in the year. You don't want to have to burn a transaction. And so being able to put Castle out there and get that line just clutch and huge in a final game or a semifinal game. So I wanted to shout out Stephon Castle. He may be on waivers in your league. If he is, for the love of God, we've been saying it for 2 months, pick him up. He's in a rookie of the year push right now, and he's a tough guy, and he just wants to be out there. I love Stephon Castle. He's a dog. Devin Vassell, Doc, surging right now. 26 points last night, 6 threes. and 6 rebounds. He's playing great ball. And there's no shutdown happening there. San Antonio's playing it straight, man. They're playing Paul. They're still starting Harry Barnes. They started Biombo last night. Like they're going as competitive as they can go. So I got those two guys. Doc, I don't know if you've noticed, but Fred VanVleet is balling right now. Freddie V, as they call him down in Houston. Dude, over the last 4 games, he went for 19, 37 with, I think, 9 threes in that game. Then he dropped down to 7, right? We fade after the pop game. We hit the under every single time. So that happened. But then, boom, he popped right back up with 21 points. Okay, so that's a pretty good little line right there. I'll take 19, 37, 7, and 21 from Freddie V. He's balling right now.
Freddie been playing like not very well before that. Like we were down on him. He was on our followers, and he just wasn't playing well. So, he's coming through for people when they need him in one of the final weeks of the fantasy season, unlike so many other guys. So good job, Freddie.
Facts. Ahmed Thompson didn't play last night. It felt like maybe kind of a bye week with Atlanta in town. And by the way, I almost was on Houston -7.5 yesterday, Doc. Almost, right? I'm like, Houston's so much better than Atlanta. Houston's at home. Houston was laying 7.5. Guess what? They won by 7. Whew. Glad I didn't go there. And I didn't know that Ahmed Thompson wasn't going to play. Okay. Had he played, they would have covered. But he was a late scratch with left ankle soreness. And I'm not sure if we have a re-injury there. Hopefully it's just, hey, man, it's Atlanta. We're going to beat them anyway. Take the night off. Hopefully that was the situation there. Colin Sexton, I want to shout him out, Doc. Over the last 5 games, he's gone 15, 10, 30, 18, 22. Okay. That's a pretty good little run right there. The minutes aren't great. And he plays for Utah, but he's playing right now, okay? He's not in the Markin and John Collins jail sentence. They're actually letting him play. And the numbers are pretty good. A couple others, Doc. I love Domantas Sabonis. He is one of my absolute favorite players in the league. You know why, Doc? Because he's not a fake tough guy. He is a tough guy and also a very nice guy. But he's not fake at all, right? He came out and apologized for the flagrant on Tatum that got him hurt. I'm sure he feels bad about that. But my boy last night, second of a back-to-back, coming back early from a decent injury, okay? Played 38 minutes last night, Doc. Went 8, 12, and 8. That's what I'm talking about, okay? Give me a back-to-back. Be a tough guy. Go defy the odds. Go tell your medical team, I'm playing tonight, okay? And then Evan Mobley, Doc, flexing right now. Last night, 21 and 12, 4 assists, 4 blocks. Over the last week, he's 24th on Basketball Monster ranking, 11 and 3, 2.3 blocks, 1.5 3 balls. I want to thank Evan Mobley for surging. And I want to, what's the opposite of a shout out? Call out. And I want to call out Donovan Mitchell for, like, I'll just stop right there. He's been a big, big, big disappointment over the last 2 or 3 weeks. All right, Doc, let's get into fallers right now. And let's start with the Damian Lillard conversation here. And then, obviously you can get into your guys. You go into my guys. Obviously, Damian Lillard is a faller in fantasy basketball. His season is over, guys. And it's like, it's such a buzzkill. And I feel so bad for Damian Lillard, diagnosed with deep vein thrombosis in his calf. All right. So we had Wemby, we had Ausar Thompson, and now we have Damian Lillard. And it just sucks, dude. Dame's been through a lot, Doc. The trade from Portland. He went through a divorce reportedly last year. He was homesick, missing his kids. This year, he's in Milwaukee. I'm sorry, Wisconsinites. I'm a Minnesotan, okay? So, but he lives in Wisconsin. It could be so much better. But I just feel bad for Dame, right? I'm not worried about rest of career and all that kind of stuff, but it sucks that he's not going to be able to make a playoff run this year. It sucks that he's got a significant health issue to get over now. And so my heart goes out to Damian Lillard, bro.
Yeah, blood clots are no joke. And anytime, it reminds me of Chris Bosh back in the day. And anybody who has something serious like this, it becomes way bigger than basketball. So I hope Dame recovers from this and gets well. I don't love the Bucks team. I didn't love the Bucks team with him. I thought they made a huge mistake by building, trying to compete with Boston and these other teams, and giving up all their defense, but whatever. But yeah, Jason Tatum, add him to the fallers list. He's doubtful for. They don't even play tonight, do they? Or maybe they do. Yeah, they do. I think they do.
Boston plays at Phoenix on Wednesday.
Yeah, they're late game. But he's doubtful for that game. We said that it was time to cut him if this is your last week. He's down to one game potentially to be played this week. I think it's on Saturday, and I don't think he's playing in that one either. So that is a tough break, and the Lillard news is just terrible. Somebody else who is old and a veteran and is still playing minutes, and you mentioned him a minute ago, Chris Paul. Chris Paul is falling right now. Last night, Chris Paul had 3 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists in 21 minutes. The game before that, he had 2 points, 1 rebound, 6 assists in 22 minutes. Before that, he'd been playing pretty well. And you just pointed out that the Spurs aren't tanking and the Spurs are going to play it out. But Chris Paul is an old man. He's got 1,000,000 miles on his legs and ankles, and they may just be like slowly phasing him out for the rest of the season. I'm interested to watch and see how much he plays in the next game, because if he's only getting 20 minutes a game, the numbers aren't going to be there.
They're not. I've got him in the Cam Dynasty, Doc. He's at the end of my roster, right? And he's still at like almost 2 threes per game for the season. He's still a decent source of steals. He'll get like 1.5 a game. He's still 6, 7, 8 assists most nights. The last couple games have just been a complete fall off from that. So I don't, and it's in the Cam Dynasty, man, like waivers, there's occasionally guys on waivers, but I don't know. I've got a decision to make with Chris Paul because these numbers are god awful, and I'm in a semifinal game right now that's very, very competitive, and so I may have to make a move with CP3. I want to go back to Doc Damian Lillard here. Let's talk about the fantasy ripple effects here of Dame being out. There's a lot of intriguing possibilities here, Doc. I think Taurean Prince is who he is. He's going to get around 30 minutes. He's going to like pretty much not do a whole lot statistically. I think Kyle Kuzma is a big winner here, fantasy-wise. And I shouldn't phrase it that way. I should say beneficiary. Nobody's winning here. Dame's got a blood clot. We're all, praying for him. But I think Kuzma's stats are going up here. I'm looking at the box score from the previous game. Kuzma, and this was a non-Lillard game. This was a Ryan Rollins start game. Kuzma took 16 shots, only made 5 of them, had 15, 2 and 4 with a steal and 2 threes. But Kuzma now is going to have to ascend and become a reliable. I mean, they're going to need around 20 points from Kyle Kuzma, honestly. So I think Kuzma's value is going to go up here, Doc. Brook Lopez should be, but he's so dang inconsistent, right? He just has these games where he can't do anything. And it's like, bro, time to retire. And then like that game against the Suns, 23 and 10, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 threes. Okay, Brook, more of that, please. And so let's get in. You can't pick up Kuzma. You can't pick up Lopez, obviously. So I ask you, Doc, on your waiver wire right now, and you've got some moves and you can make a move here, okay? Ryan Rollins, Gary Trent Jr., Kevin Porter Jr., stack those 3 guys in terms of priority on the waiver wire.
I think I'm going Trent, KPJ, and then who's the last guy? Ryan
Rollins, former Golden State Warrior.
Ryan Rollins would be my third. I think Trent has been rolling, man. Gary Trent has been playing very well. Just look at his game log, and you'll see it. And then KPJ has got talent, man. If he could get somebody to give him 25 or 30 minutes a night, he'd be on every fantasy roster. He'd be relevant all year, and he'd be balling. Sort of like Scottie Pippen. So
wait a second.
Scottie Pippen.
Oh, Scottie Pippen of Memphis.
Little Scottie Pippen.
Oh my gosh. I was like, okay, pardon me. I didn't mean to slow your roll. So I'm sorry.
I wasn't.
I was having flashbacks to our J-Dub Scottie Pippen debate. My bad, dude. My bad.
J-Dub. Oh man, J-Dub. Where is J-Dub? I'm glad J-Dub didn't play last night, man. Malcolmus has him, and I'm in a dogfight right there. Whew. Not hoping for injuries to anybody, but if your guy doesn't play, it's okay with me.
Hilarious.
But anyway, I'm going with Trent first and KPJ second. But in our next episode where we talk about hot streamers for tonight, those two guys are near the top of my list.
I love it, dude.
And Giannis has a sprained foot.
I know.
That makes me think he may not be playing tonight, which there's your Kuzma, there's your Brook Lopez, there's your KPJ, there's your Trent, maybe Taurean Prince, maybe Ryan Collins. I don't know.
I agree with all that, Doc, so I won't belabor the point. I agree with how you had that stacked, and I think you nailed it with all of the analysis. Couple of followers for me. Steph Curry is one. I thought he was going to play last night. It was sounding like the reporting was making it sound like he was going to play. So here's what Steve Kerr said about him. Steve Kerr, I'm letting you out of my doghouse for just a second to read this quote from you. I said he expects Curry to play Friday against New Orleans. Worked out individually after practice Monday, but didn't just quite feel right after one movement he made towards the end of the workout. Golden State operating with caution. So there you go. But this sucks because Wednesday night, no Steph. Thursday night, no Steph. Friday, what if he has another setback and doesn't play? It's annoying. Cade Cunningham, obviously, we wish him well with the injury. Miles Bridges, Doc, I love him. But golly, the numbers have been dreadful over the last week. Last night, 11, 6, and 4, 5 of 19 from the field. We already banged on Jimmy Butler, so I won't belabor that point. Jalen Williams is a faller. Still out. I thought he was coming back. He was bumped up to questionable on the injury report for the Sac game. Did not play. And Malik Monk, bro, 3 games with an illness? Bro, what's wrong? What's wrong? Like, I'm sorry you're in it like this, but, dude, there's important games to play. I can't get with 3 games with an illness, Doc. And hopefully we don't find out, like, they're just calling it an illness, and then, like, later today we find out that, God forbid, he's got something, going on. I hope that's not the case, but this time of year, you can't be missing 3 games in a row with an illness. You just can't. I'm not into that. That's not how I roll. So, Doc, all right, couple of messages before we get out of here, and we are going to go backstage with the people and take some questions before at 11 a.m. we hit you with our look ahead and preview show for Wednesday night's work. So let me give you a couple of reminders here. We have a new schedule here, a kind of a new format from now to the end of the regular season. We're not doing the late night shows anymore, as most of you have noticed. So Monday at 12:30 Eastern, it's me and Brew with the look ahead to Monday night. Tuesday to Thursday at 10 a.m., it's me and Doc with the recap of the night before. Tuesday to Thursday at 11 a.m., so bam, right after it, we look at the night ahead with a preview show. Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern, it's me and Doc with the recap of Thursday night. Friday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, it's Doc and Brew looking ahead to Friday and the weekend, and we have a Saturday special as well. And please download the Sports Ethos app. It will help you win in the NBA, MLB, and NFL. It's totally kick-ass. We've got comprehensive blurbs out there. We have Pete Nance blurbs. By the way, Doc, I just checked that Milwaukee box score that we were looking at. Pete Nance somehow has found his way onto the Bucks roster. I had no idea. I didn't even know who Pete Nance was. I now know that he's an NBA player, and he happens to be gainfully employed by the Milwaukee Bucks. God bless Pete Nance. And I'm sure we had a blurb about Pete Nance saying he has signed some kind of dumbass contract with the Milwaukee Bucks. But Pete Nance, we've got him covered as well. So we're going backstage to answer some questions with you guys right now. For Andre Lamouche, for Hall of Famer Steve Alexander, I am Rick Kamla. This episode of the Fantasy NBA Today has been brought to you by Bet Online.
Pete Nance.
And we are backstage. Thoughts on Bona playing back-to-back Saturday, Sunday this week. Just quickly, Doc, I have Bona in the Cam Dynasty, and I actually played him on Monday night, and the numbers sucked. In the first half, it was unbelievably terrible. He did give me 3 defensive goodies in the second half of that game. And Philly plays here on Wednesday. I can't tell you about the back-to-back Saturday or Sunday before I see what happens tonight, because I would like Philadelphia to greenlight Bona into the starting 5, but Yabusele, who frankly is playing some decent ball right now, Doc, is in that starting 5, and Bona is in the 17 to 20 minute Musa Diabate kind of role. He's about to get cut.
Yeah, I'm going to let you take the lead on the Bona chat because I don't have him anywhere. By the time he became relevant, my teams were pretty much locked in and set. So I haven't messed with him in DFS or fantasy. I know he's making a little bit of noise, and I'm very intrigued by him for next year. But whether he plays in a back-to-back for a Sixers team trying to lose games, I would not count on that happening.
Good point. All right, what else we got out there? Backstage with Cam and Doc here after the Fantasy NBA today. Mr. Jingles says, I need to stock up on reads and blocks. My options are Bona. There he is again. Orlando Robinson, Peyton Watson. My drop would be Alvarado. Problem is I only have one more ad left. Should I wait it out or make the drop now or too soon? I'm not really crazy about the dropping Jose Alvarado news, especially after the Hawkins injury. I'd wait because Doc, Orlando Robinson's a no. Okay, he's just a no. Like he's faded into the end of the rotation right now. Peyton Watson, I just don't trust, bro. And I need to see what happens from Bona tonight before I can give you some good goodies on him. So I'd stay pat.
Jakob Poeltl is out tonight. So I think this could be an O-Rob sighting this evening, but he's been pretty bad. You know what? It comes down to me. It comes down to the schedule and who has the most games the rest of the week. When it makes sense to make the drop is going to depend on how many games these guys play. Toronto and Orlando Robinson go on Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. They have 3 games left. Like that's interesting to me, but Poeltl's probably not going to miss more than the 1 game that's tonight. So it's totally risky move there. I don't know if we helped you or not.
He's got 1 move left. I'm holding on to that move. Jeffrey Miller says, FYI, Castle 10-day is done. Orlando Robinson might go back to his double days. Good point. Poeltl is out tonight. Not sure how it will go for the next 2 days. Thoughts on this? I didn't know that Castleton's 10-day is done. So that obviously would be great news for Orlando Robinson. I also don't know if that was the first 10-day or the second 10-day for Castleton because they could re-sign him to a second 10-day. A lot of times we see that. That was his second 10-day. All right, so I guess the Castleton thing. Man, our guy Brewski's going to be ticked off. He was all in a Castleton thing, but Masai Ujiri had other ideas. So yeah, Orlando Robinson definitely looks more attractive. All right, one more. How good do you guys feel on Edwards getting 30 minutes the rest of the week? If that's Phillies Edwards, I feel great about it. He's a fantastic pickup. And we are out, fellas and ladies. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon, 11 a.m. with our preview show for Wednesday night.